20 years of Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was one of the very first games I ever played on the PlayStation, and this year it turns 20, as Rise of the Tomb Raider recently came out for the PS4 in its 20th anniversary collector's edition, whatever. Yeah, basically I'm doing this little series, which is basically going to talk about every game in the franchise, sort of like a look back throughout the whole years. Every video will be on one game, except spin-offs which I may clump together. But before I begin, I'm going to save my game with this floating blue crystal.
Memories. The title screen. That music. So for those who, for one reason or another, have no clue about Tomb Raider, this game is about a famous archaeologist called Lara Croft, who is like the ultimate badass. The game starts off in New Mexico, decades before the present day, where we see a nuclear bomb go off in presumably a testing field, before seeing some weird device unlock. Present day, and Lara gets approached by a very stereotypical American called Larson, who introduces Lara to Natla, who owns some big corporation, and hires Lara to find an artifact in Peru. And then we come to the title screen, where we can choose between the main game and the training level Croft Manor. Croft Manor. So popular and such a staple of the franchise that they're bringing it back in the PS4 version of Rise of the Tomb Raider. The one in this game, however, you cannot really explore much and isn't as big as the ones in future games. However, it does its purpose of teaching you all the basics of the controls in quite a cool way. As you go around the manor, Lara will basically talk to you and tell you how to control her. Walk, jump, run, run and jump, run and jump and grab and shimmy. Just keep swimming, and the tutorial politely ends just as Lara's about to change.
Right, now I'd better take off these wet clothes.
Trolling the pervs. This game had so many classic mechanics, like the save crystal. So basically the game only saved at the end of each level, and at certain points throughout the level which had blue crystals at them for the player to save at. Only once though, and afterwards they would disappear. Then there was the pickups like the small and large muddy packs, which pretty much became a staple for the first 5 games. And then there was the hidden secrets in the game. Who remembers this sound? So on to the main game. Like the intro stated, Lara is now in Peru looking for the artifact. And after a pretty awesome first cutscene, we start the first level, which is called Caves. Nice and simple, which perfectly describes this level. It's simple. This game has a very nice difficulty curve. But yeah, Peru is basically to ease you into the Tomb Raider gameplay. It has simple lever puzzles where usually the levers are right next to the door. Easy enemies such as wolves and bats and bears, and the first level is very linear. It doesn't really have anything death-defying. There's no traps or long pits to your death or anything like that. Now the second level adds some key items and more obstacles, and you'll notice it's slightly less linear. And as the game progresses, it goes like this. It gets harder and harder. By the end of the game there'll be like constant instant kill traps and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how this game works. Oh my god, wolf ambush. Oh my god, bear ambush. Well, it's starting to get a little less snowy. And look, there's a dead body. Because that's clearly a good sign. Oh fucking hell, there's a dinosaur. Oh my god, Velociraptor ambush. How can this get any worse? Why is the screen shaking? Why is there scary, intense music? Oh my god, what is happening? Oh shit. Oh shit. Fucking T-Rex ambush. Holy hell, we're in Jurassic Park. Well, fuck. This, everyone, is the first boss in the famous level, The Lost Valley. Also, this level demonstrates this game perfectly. It's atmospheric, in an awe-inspiring and amazing yet scary way. There are tons of things to explore and find in this level, including the shotgun. The level revolves around a puzzle to stop a waterfall, because as badass as Lara is, she can't go through a waterfall. So, to stop the water flow, the player must find 3 cogs, all 3 of which are somewhere in the mysterious Lost Valley. Anyway, final level of Peru, and we enter the Tomb of Qualopec. And finally we get the artifact. And just as we get to it, the whole place starts to collapse. Well, great. And after escaping, we bump into our friend Larson again, who seems to think he can just take our hard-earned prize. Well, frankly, you can have this foot in your face instead. So after being double-crossed, Lara breaks into Natla's headquarters and finds out that she has a piece of something called the Scion, a relic from the lost continent of Atlantis. The next piece being in Greece, in a monastery called St. Francis Folly. Enter difficulty jump. The Greece levels are definitely a lot harder than Peru, and straight away you'll notice that. Anyway, another thing about the Greek levels is this guy, Pierre. Like Larson and all the other human enemies, this dude is like a boss. And Pierre has the magical ability to disappear and reappear as he sees fits. So as you parade around the Greek ruins, he'll just pop into existence, shoot in your ass, and then run away and disappear as soon as you start fighting back. But yeah, the Greek levels. St. Francis Folly and its many drops to your death, and getting the keys from the challenge room dedicated to a mythical figure. The Colosseum, where Lara definitely got herself under Peter's blacklist. Padus Midas, the level I got stuck on for so long as a child. Talk about a difficulty jump. I had no clue what to do in this level for ages. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Assistant, I actually really like this level, don't ask me why. And the Tomb of Tehokan. Centaur, boom. Pierre again, boom. And the next piece of the Scion. Here Lara gets a vision where she puts the pieces together and finds the next piece in Egypt. So off we go to Egypt. Sandy, sunny Egypt. And there's panthers, and crocodiles, and mummies. Well, great. What's interesting about Egypt is that there's backtracking to the final level. The gate to the location of the final piece of the Scion is literally 5 minutes into the first level, and the rest of the level and the next is all about unlocking that gate, by locating the Obelisk of Kharmoon and retrieving 4 artifacts to place in the obelisk in one of the first areas. When you do, you finally get to enter the sanctuary of the Scion, and the enemies now are looking a little bit red. This level is massive, literally has some of the biggest tombs in the game, and after killing Larson once more, we get the final part of the Scion. And just as Lara leaves, Natla turns up with her cronies and takes the Scion back as Lara is disarmed, but luckily manages to escape and follow them to a mysterious island which serves as the final location of the game. This island, as it turns out, was once part of Atlantis, and inside we find out Natla's company has been digging and mining to excavate a great pyramid. Now things get freaky. We now have eggs, and monsters hatching from eggs, and lava, and everything is this disgusting pulsating red stuff. Atlantis is basically a marathon of obstacles, traps, puzzles, slowly leading up to the top of the pyramid, and the highlight, Lara's doppelganger, which copies her every move, which to be honest isn't really that dangerous or anything if you think about it. Whoops. Anyway, moving on. So we get to the top of the pyramid and we get a vision when we touch the Scion that reveals Natla was the naughty ruler out of the 3 rulers of Atlantis, and frozen inside a device that we saw open in the beginning. She was banished for using her part of the Scion to create abominations and trying to advance the Atlantean race, and when Atlantis fell, the other rulers went to Peru and Greece and presumably founded the civilizations of the ancient Greek and Incans. Now that Natla has returned, she wants to continue with what she started. Lara tries to shoot the Scion, Natla goes kamikaze, and
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
and then Lara must face the abomination, or the torso as it's commonly known as, before heading back and shooting the Scion, which creates a chain of reactions leading to the pyramid's collapse. Lara must then flee from the pyramid before fighting Natla one last time, one last room, as the screen shakes around violently, and watch as Lara escapes back onto the boat as the pyramid blows up. The end. Now to 100% the game, you have to find all the secrets in each level. Heh, good luck on that, some are just weird as shit.
And yeah, that's the very first game in the franchise. Well, when you play it, it does feel kind of archaic, and it controls awkward, and it's very, I won't use the word slow paced compared to like pretty much every game that comes after it. It's still a classic, and I think even today when I play it, it's still such an enjoyable game. I have my favourite moments in the game. But when someone says, what's your least favourite moments? I struggle to think anything that is actually bad in this game. Like, it's just made so, it is such a classic game. If you haven't played Tomb Raider, you should just play it. Anyway, next time we'll be talking about possibly my favourite game in the franchise, Tomb Raider 2.